Hey, sports porchers, it's your hockey Jesus, and I'm back with analysis of the Pittsburgh Penguins at the New Jersey Devils. And I have some fantastic news for Pittsburgh Penguins fans. The Pittsburgh Penguins have clinched a playoff berth for the first time since 2022. Way to go, Pens. They took care of business tonight, absolutely dominated. Yeah, they dominated. I mean, New Jersey just wasn't a team that was going to push back much. And when Pittsburgh said, we're going to take this game over, they absolutely did. And they just took care of business. And right now, the Philadelphia Flyers are losing to the Red Wings by a score of 6-2. So it's looking not 100%, but 99.9% sure that the Pittsburgh Penguins will be in second place in the Metro, will host a playoff game. Unbelievable. What a year for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's just break down the game real quick. Dewar was out today, so Avery Hayes was in. The first period was actually way too loosey-goosey for me. I didn't really like the way the Penguins were playing in the first period because they just looked terrible. I mean, just too many 2-on-1s, too many turnovers. It was not looking good for the Pittsburgh Penguins early in the game, but you know what? They did what they had to do, and they scored. They scored, even though they looked like they were playing like crap. And I tell you what, that's the key to this team right now. Is you might come out playing like crap. Stu kind of saved their ass a couple times. Stu was in tonight. That was good to see. I don't know if you saw his black eye and his monster mess that was going on with that puck hit, but he looked back tonight. He looked fine. Yurashov will not be up. I think they're probably going to send him back, because I know Wilkes-Barre also clinched their playoff spot to the Calder Cup playoffs. So I think Miroshov's probably better off heading back down to the AHL and playing out the playoff series there. Now that we got both our goalies back, we'll see. I mean, we've got 3 games now, which absolutely mean nothing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, nothing other than maybe, you probably want to sit your guys for the St. Louis game. But, with Ovi in town playing back-to-back games, you probably want to play. I don't know. We'll let Muse figure it out. He's figured out everything this year almost perfectly. If the guys want to sit, they'll sit. If they want to play, I say play. It doesn't really matter. I think you want to have a little bit of momentum, but you also want to be a little bit rested. But this team has been well rested because they've been rolling 4 lines all season long. But yeah, like I said, they cash in the first period. And the second, New Jersey did get on the board right away. Kind of like a high flip pass. They call it the Murphy dump. Thanks to Larry Murphy. He coined that term. He actually created that pass, just a dump so it wouldn't be icing. He was a master of it. But Cotter gets it, and he buried it, kind of a breakaway. And then, not a few minutes later, Carls passes it to Gino, passes it to Tommy Novak. My guy, Tommy Novak. That's right. He scores. He scored big. So that made it 2-1. And then Chinny did the same thing on just a boop pass from Shea, almost identical to the Cotter. And this one was a little bit different in the sense that Chinny had to go and catch it, and he did, and he backhanded it in. That made it 3-1. Turns out that was the game winner right there. They did get another. Hughes actually got a goal. It was off a stick. The one thing the Pittsburgh Penguins got to be careful of in the playoffs is staying in the shooting zone too much. If you're going to block a shot, no problem. If you're just going to have your stick laying out there and you're going to kind of be in front of the goalie, bad things happen. And that's what happened tonight. Jack Hughes is a great player. We've seen him play in the Olympics. He was flying tonight, and he got a nice shot on goal. And that's what happens. He shoots it off sticks, and it bounces into the back of the net. So that made it 3-2. But early in the third, the boys were on the ice, and Gino made his way to an empty puck sitting right on the goal crease, and he pushes it in 4-2. We missed the empty net twice. Sid missed it. Gino missed it. Carls buries it. 5-2 winner. The Pittsburgh Penguins are in the playoffs. They will be in. Who knows who they're going to play, to be honest with you. Like I said, tonight, 6-2. There's only 6 minutes and 32 seconds left. The Flyers look like they're going to lose this one. Looks like the Columbus Blue Jackets are also going to lose tonight. And yeah, I think those are the only two teams playing. Oh no, the Islanders were playing, and I think they won. I think the Islanders were definitely winning earlier if they didn't win already. So they're back in the hunt again. They're back at 91 points, and they're looking to get right back in it. Philly's still in that third position at 92. If it's true that Columbus did lose, yeah, Columbus is definitely going to lose. So yeah, this is real exciting. I mean, it's great hockey. If you're not watching it now, you will be watching it soon. Good to see you, Derpy, and let's get that party going. I agree. Of course, we want the cup, but pump your brakes, okay? Let's just pump your brakes and the Sabres are killing Columbus now. Thanks for that, Derpy. Appreciate the heads up. Good having you here. Can't wait to have you for all the playoff games. Here's why I say pump your brakes. I had to go back and look at the 2022 playoffs. Do you remember them? Do you? I did. But I had to go back and look because it's very, very painful. We played the New York Rangers in the first round, okay? We had a 3-1 series lead, and we blew it. We lost in the seventh game in overtime to Panarin in a power play goal. He just buried it. And in two of those games, we scored 7 goals. We were dominating them when we were dominating them. But you know what? The Rangers just squeaked by us because I'm going to blame Tristan Jarry. He's not around anymore. We got that jinx off of our back. Don't have to worry about saying, let's see if Jarry shows up in the playoffs. I think that's probably the best thing. Yeah, totally painful, wasn't it, Derpy? I hated it. Hated every second. I believe I can't remember if it was the second or the third game, one of the games where they just absolutely blasted the Penguins. But I'm definitely going to get some tickets, see the Penguins play here in PPG. I don't care how much they cost. I'm going. I love it. Pittsburgh Penguins back in the place. I can't believe it's since 2022 since the Pens have been in the playoffs. Man, Sid's just got to be chomping at the bit because I know he says every time you ask him about the playoffs, it's the best hockey you can ever play. It's the most competitive. The atmosphere is electric, and the Penguins are in it. So this is just, I could sit here and just spout accolades all night long, but I'm just gonna remember the good times from the season. Let's just go there for a second. Who do you think made this season happen? Was it our new coach, or was it our old GM? Who do you think it was? Do you think it was Muse, or do you think it was Dubas? I personally think those two guys working well together, I think it was both of them because Dubas made the moves and Muse made it work. They had a bunch of vagabonds. Nobody thought for a second that Anthony Mantha would score over 30 goals this season, and he did. Nobody thought that Erik Karlsson would be the MVP for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but he is. And you know what? That's what makes this team so exciting. You don't know who's going to be here. Who thought that Ben Kindle, the 11th pick in the draft of this year, would play all season and contribute up and down the lineup? Up and down the lineup. Who thought that Sidney Crosby would be out with a nasty knee injury right after the Olympics? And it really didn't faze the Penguins that much. Now, I get it. Derpy, you like Dubas. I can't disagree with Dubas. And the reason I hope Dubas gets the award, because I hope they hand it to him right there in the middle of Toronto fans, because Toronto's not making the playoffs. And I think they're really figuring out that Dubas wasn't the problem when they got rid of him. But hey, we thank you, Toronto fans. Absolutely. We'll take the guy that you didn't want. We'll take them all. If you don't want Austin Matthews next year, you can send him our way. That's fine with us. However you want to revamp your team, we're all for taking what you got. We'll take your scraps and we'll turn them into gold. So Pittsburgh Penguins win tonight, 5-2. They do play this weekend back-to-back games against Washington. Worth the time to watch. This might be the last time you get to see Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby play back-to-back games. I mean, this is an all-time great rivalry. They came in together every time the team beat them in the Stanley Cup. Every time we beat the Capitals, every time Sidney Crosby beat the Capitals in the playoffs, they won the cup. The only time Alex Ovechkin beat the Pittsburgh Penguins in a playoff, he won the cup. I heard that today, and I was like, that is so classic. That is so perfect for this matchup. So we'll see what happens. I know that Ovechkin said at the end of the year he's going to decide what he wants to do, and good for him. He's not going out, in a farewell everywhere he goes. So he's got to make a speech everywhere he goes. The guy just loves the game of hockey. And you know what? I wouldn't say I would be anti-Ovechkin, but I can tell you that I didn't like Ovechkin because I thought he played dirty. He would hit players really hard. He would hit Sidney Crosby in the most vicious way. And I tell you what, I've learned to love his game just because, he was always hated. Sidney Crosby was always the smooth player, but Ovechkin always scores the goals. So, I mean, just an absolute fantastic Hall of Famer. They should just waive the waiting period for him. Just put him right in the Hall of Fame next year if he does retire this year. Derpy still hates Ovechkin. I can't say that I hate him anymore. Now that he won the cup, and you know what, some of the things that he said during that time, I just learned to like him. I can't say that I ever will like the Washington Capitals, but I can say that I have learned to like Alex Ovechkin and appreciate what he has done for the game of hockey. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So yeah, you should absolutely watch these games. Sabres did beat up on the Blue Jackets 5-0. The Islanders did beat the Maple Leafs 5-3 tonight. So Islanders are still in this thing. Hey, we could play against the Islanders in the first round. They are our absolute we can't play against them in the playoffs. Everybody knows it. So looks like the Flyers are down 6-2 with 2:35 to go. So that's it. Pittsburgh Penguins, I'm calling it. Pittsburgh Penguins will be in second place in the Metro, which means the next 3 games are useless unless you want to see history being played out between Ovechkin and Crosby. I'm sure Crosby will play in at least one of those games. I guarantee it. So tonight, Pittsburgh Penguins clinch your playoff berth. Go out and get your playoff tickets now. If you need a place to stay, hit me up. I got an extra bedroom for the right fee, for the right people. I'll hook you up. No problem. Just don't come during the draft. Do not come during the draft. Actually, the games will be in wherever it will be, we're playing during the draft. So that's a relief for everybody here in Pittsburgh. All right, so that's it for me. I'm your Hockey Jesus. If you don't know who I am, I'm your Hockey Jesus. I'm here after every single Pittsburgh Penguins regular season game. I will be here after every single Pittsburgh Penguins playoff game for as long as they're in it. Hopefully it ends in a raising of the Lord Stanley's Cup, but we all know how difficult that is. The most difficult trophy to win in all of sports. So that's it for me. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Derpy. All you fans out there, you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Do it now. I'm coming right in your living room. I'm giving you the playoff hockey. And until then, I'll see you on Saturday.